am Peach.
I'm Robert Reimer.
My name is Alexander Burks.
I'm in the 10th grade here at Margaret High School.
I'm in Dr. Allen's honors trigonometry class.
I'm Susan Allen. I'm a member of the math department here at Mamaroneck High School.
I do study.
I usually do not study.
I study because I feel like it prepares me better for tests as opposed to if I didn't study.
Well, most of the time I'm perfectly happy with the grades that I'm getting, and I'd rather focus my efforts on making sure that I'm getting equal grades in all of my classes.
The next thing, before we go over the test,
My grades are pretty good, I would say. You know, they're up there. I'm not like the valedictorian, but I'm not a bad student either.
studying is crucial, okay, if you want to do well. And most people really aren't in high school just to bide their time. So you need to study, and you need to study if you want to learn anything. It just happens that students' jobs right now are to do well in high school. So yes, of course you need to study. Remember secant will remember its reciprocal.
I didn't take cotangent. I think that's
Okay, so we need to do cosine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the cosine.
I feel like some kids feel like they don't need to, and I feel like that's a valid argument. I mean, if you really don't need to, you shouldn't have to study, but I think everyone needs to study to a certain extent.
If I'm really stressed about a test because I don't know exactly all the material, I'll go after school and maybe ask the teacher about some of the things I'm confused about and just make sure I really know them. And if it's just a really big important test, I'll just try to not worry as much about it, and then usually when I come into class I'll be nice and prepared and relaxed and I'll do really well.
I think kids who don't study are, I mean, it depends on the person. So some people don't need to study as much as others, but I think people who don't study are definitely hurting the wellness that they could be doing in class.
If a student is not studying, either they've totally given up, which is very sad, okay, or they've not given up, they just absolutely don't care at all for what they're doing. But I bet you they're studying something, okay? I mean, like, if they're not studying school subjects, I bet you they're studying something that is their passion, because that's the only way you can learn anything.
I'm involved in a lot of different programs and activities. I'm on the track and field team. I am in the OSR program. I play a multitude of instruments, and on weekends I'm a Pokemon master.
Oh, so CD?
Yes. So we want CD over 1.
But isn't CD equal to OD? I study for pretty much every one of my classes. Some, like English, are harder to study for than other, like maybe math, so I would say a lot more for math than English.
I mean, I would think that even if you're taking what you consider to be the easiest thing you've ever seen in your life, that there's got to be something that you don't know. Okay, now the level of studying could be drastically different, but in terms of studying and what I'm thinking you're asking me about studying, I mean, the football players have to study their plays. I mean, the wrestlers have to practice their moves. I mean, it's like everybody is studying.
I think that more kids don't study than do study, just because a lot of kids, I notice, don't really pay attention that much in class, and so they'll try to study for the test, except the hours that they didn't spend in class and they spend studying will both counterbalance, and so it'll end up like they just were in class, so they won't do as well, and then they think, well, studying isn't helping me, so then they'll stop studying.
In general, in the whole entire school, probably less kids study because of laziness, I guess, or they don't care about their grades, but a lot of people do study.
In my experience, I've seen way more students studying than not, as long as they think that there's a payoff at the end. Some of the students that may not find school to be their, you know, top passion still have a payoff of wanting to get a diploma. So if there's a payoff, the vast majority of students will study.